Good morning, students. Students, yesterday we started our third chapter, and that was constitutional design. And in that chapter, we just discussed the story of South Africa, that how South Africa got its independence from the blacks. And South Africa got independence in 1994. And then, who became the first president? Nelson Mandela. He became the first president of independent South Africa. And then we discussed that a new constitution was formed, and that was the model constitution of world, even I can say, because this is the only constitution in which the oppressors, means the whites and the blacks, they could reside together. Even the blacks, they asked that we are forgiving the whites for their misbehave, for their oppressive policies, for their apartheid policy, and even then we are forgiving them, and no other country can do that. So the constitution which was framed, it was framed keeping the things in mind, that the blacks as well as the whites, they could reside together in harmony and in peace. So this was the model, this is the model constitution of the world. Now let's see that 2 years discussion was there held on, and debate, and then one of the finest constitution of the world had ever it was prepared, and this constitution gave its citizen the most extensive rights available in any country. Together, they decided that in search of a solution of the problem, nobody should be excluded. No one should be treated as a demon. They agreed. Means whenever there is any decision is being taken, each and every person will be the part of that decision. I mean to say, the representative which will be chosen by the people, they all will be the part of that decision. So they agreed that everybody should become part of the solution. Whatever they might have done, means the whites, whatever they have done with us or represented in the past, even then they will be the part of that solution. And the constitution and the preamble to the South African constitution, we'll see on page number 50, sum up this spirit. Means all the things have been included in the preamble of South African constitution. Now let's move further and see. Here you see the picture. People, they are just, but they are doing different types of activities. Some are labor, some are soldiers, some are just athletes, some are doing other things, some are doctors, one is farmer, and all these peoples, they are very much part of decision making process. Okay, that's why this flag or this banner was prepared. Okay, now let's see. The South African constitution inspires means औरों को प्रेरित करना, democrats all over the world, a state denounced by the entire world till recently as the most undemocratic one. वो राज्य जो अभी तक पूरे वर्ल्ड ने अनडेमोक्रेटिक राज्य के रूप में देखा था, वो इज नाउ सीन एज द मॉडल ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी. What made this change possible was the determination of people of South Africa to work together. Here in this picture, you are seeing that all the people, they are working together and they are living in peace and harmony. So that's why it is only the determination of the people of South Africa that they want to work together to transform bitter experiences into the binding glue of a rainbow nation. कि जो कुछ उन्होंने अपने भूतकाल में बर्दाश्त किया, बहुत एक्सपीरियंस, गंदा एक्सपीरियंस, बुरा एक्सपीरियंस रहा, उसकी बजाय एक वो रेनबो, इंद्रधनुषी रंग अपने देश में फैलाएंगे. Speaking on the South African Constitution, Mandela said, "What? The Constitution of South Africa speaks of both the past and the future. On the one hand, it is a solemn pact in which we as South African declare to one another that we shall never permit a repetition of our racist, brutal and repressive past, कि हम जो हमारा पास्ट रहा बहुत दमनकारी, बहुत निर्दयतापूर्वक, जो हमारा धर्म ना जाति के नाम पर, जाति नहीं रेस के नाम पर जो हमारे साथ बुरा व्यवहार हुआ, ऐसा व्यवहार हम कभी नहीं होने देंगे. बट इट इज़ मोर देन दैट, इट इज़ ऑल्सो a charter for the transformation of our country into one which is truly shared by all its people. बल्कि हम एक ऐसा संविधान बनाएंगे, एक ऐसा बदलाव लेके आएंगे अपने देश में जो कि सही मायने में सभी लोग उस चार्टर को शेयर करेंगे. A country which in the fullest sense belongs to all of us, whether it is black or white, women or and men. So this image captures the spirit of South Africa. Use this image. South Africa today. South Africans call themselves a rainbow nation. Can you guess why? Now this is the question for you. Does the story of South African struggle for freedom remind you of the Indian national movement? Of course, we also participated in the national movement. We means our ancestors, our forefathers, I mean to say our elders. They participated. Make a list of similarities and dissimilarities between the two on the following points. Between Indian national movement and between South African national movement. First, nature of colonialism. Second, relationship between different communities. Third, relationship between Gandhiji and Mandela. Fourth, party that led the struggle. In Africa, it was African National Congress. Here, it is Indian National Congress. Then, method of struggle. All these points you should take and you should elaborate similarities as well as dissimilarities. Now let's move forward. Why do we need a constitution? This very important question in front of we all, that why do we need a constitution? हमें एक संविधान की ज़रूरत क्यों है? The South African example is a good way to understand why we need a constitution and what do constitution do. Now, why do we need a constitution? Because if constitution will not be there, the elected representatives, they will start misusing their power because no one is there to just check. And if constitution will be there, then people, they will be having their fundamental rights and they can check and they can just ask them not to use unlimited power or absolute power. So the oppressor and the oppressed, oppressor means जो दबाने वाले, oppressed means जिनको दबाया जा रहा है, in this new democracy were planning to live together as equal. It was not going to be easy for them to trust each other. Of course, how can we trust over one who has done wrong with us? We cannot. But in South Africa, means the people of South Africa, they had trust over their oppressor and they asked that it's up to you whether you want to live here, reside here or you want to go to your native land. Because they had the fears, they wanted to safeguard their interest. The black majority, now the black were there in majority, was keen to ensure that the democratic principles, means niyam, of majority rule was not compromised. They wanted substantial social and economic rights. And the white minority was keen to protect its privilege and property. क्योंकि वो अपना पूरा वो चाहते थे कि हमें सारे अधिकार मिले और जो माइनॉरिटी में थे, वाइट जो माइनॉरिटी में थे, वो चाहते थे कि जो छूट हमें मिली हुई है, जो प्रॉपर्टी हमें मिली हुई है, उनको हम कैसे प्रोटेक्ट करें. नाउ यू सी how the things were settled. After long negotiation means samjhota, baatcheet, both parties agreed to a compromise. The whites agreed to the principle of majority rule and that of one person, one vote. and they also agreed to accept some basic rights for the poor and the workers. And the blacks agreed that majority rule would not be absolute. Means because blacks, they are in majority, so they did not want that only we will rule over our country. They want whether we are in majority, but white should also be given chance. So they agreed that the majority would not take away the property of the white minority, कि हम आपकी प्रॉपर्टी नहीं लेंगे. दिस कॉम्प्रोमाइज वॉज नॉट ईजी. यस, हाउ कैन आई कॉम्प्रोमाइज if someone has done wrong with me, and even then I am saying that okay, you take your property, you take whatever you have. It's very tough. So how was this compromise going to be implemented, even if they managed to trust each other? What was the guarantee that this trust will not be broken in future? And the only way to build and maintain trust in such a situation is to write down some rules. और ये भी तो हो सकता है ना कि वो आगे भी कुछ ऐसा कर दें, तो अपने आप को सेफ गार्ड करने के लिए कुछ ऐसे रूल्स बनाए जाएं, लिखे जाएं, दैट एवरीवन वुड अबाइड बाय, कि जो सभी आदमी उससे बंध जाएं. अबाइड बाय मीन्स बंध जाएं. These rules lay down how the rulers are to be chosen in future. These rules also determine what the elected governments are empowered to do and what they cannot do. And these rules will tell that what rules will be given to the government and what things the government cannot do. Finally, these rulers decide the rights of citizens. These rules, not rulers, rules. These rules will work only if the winner cannot change them very easily. This is what the South Africans did. They agreed on some basic rules. They also agreed that these rules will be supreme, that no government will be able to ignore these, and this set of basic rules is called a constitution. Okay, constitution making is not unique. Yes, only in South Africa constitution was not made. Every country has its own constitution, and every country has diverse groups of people. So their relationship may not have been as bad as that between the whites and the blacks in South Africa. But all over the world, people have differences. हम सबके बीच में मतभेद होते हैं of opinion and interest, whether democratic or not. Many countries in the world need to have these basic rules. So सबको इन rules की ज़रूरत है. This applies not just to government, any association. ये केवल government पर नहीं apply, but any association needs to have its constitution. It could be a club in your area, a cooperative society, or a political party. They all need a constitution. For example, in our school also, we have rules that you are abide by the rules, that you are to come early, 5 minutes early in the school, you are to be in your proper uniform, you are to behave properly, you are to be well dressed up, and this is all called a constitution. So everywhere constitution is required. Okay, now this is all for today. Thank you, and tomorrow we'll proceed and we'll just read the constitution of a country regarding. Okay, thank you.